Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Now at 5:30, we're tracking a breaking news alert out of Mercer County this morning, where we've learned that a historic opera building is on fire.
The latest from that scene live, and 3 people have been arrested after a Danville shooting last month that seriously injured a worker at the Domino's Pizza there.
And a Scott County child is recovering after her mother accidentally hit her with her car. These stories plus breaking news as it happens coming up on WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you and welcome. It's good to have you along. It certainly is a historic building in downtown Harrodsburg, and we'll have the details just as soon as we can get those to you on that. Friday morning it is, first day of Keeneland. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. All eyes on the weather this weekend. Not looking so great, but, you know, we'll make do. It's the weekend,
It's
right?
the old, it is what it is, and we'll have those events regardless, right? Opening day at Keeneland will go on, the ball game tomorrow. Let's check in with Micah, who's tracking it for us on the First Alert Defender.
Hey, good morning, guys. I think if you're looking for some good news out of this, because it is going to be an ugly Friday, but some good news out of this is the heaviest rain for the day is falling right now in the western zones, which means give it about 4 to 5 hours and it'll move on through for everybody. You will get that chance at a couple of rumbles toward the afternoon for the southeastern zones, but for the most part, that's your heaviest rain is what you're looking at now in the western zone. So hopefully this pushes on out. We'll get Keeneland going on and also some of those festivals and events kicking off. Temperatures are in the 70s, 60s over toward the east, southeast. But look, we're not going to really rise that much more, nor really fall that much more. It's right there around the lower 70s as we hit the afternoon. And then we have still some more rain to deal with, but it's on and off, hit and miss. Not everybody will actually see some rain this afternoon, this morning, I think so. And then we start to get really chilly as we head toward the weekend. I'll show you those numbers coming up in a few minutes.
Okay, we thank you. Let's get to the news.
We're now tracking a breaking news alert out of central Kentucky this morning. A historic building is on fire.
The building, which we're told is the Opera House, is on Main Street in the heart of downtown Harrodsburg. A viewer has sent us this eyewitness video from the scene. You can see smoke pouring out of the second floor of the building. There are multiple fire units on the scene in Harrodsburg. We've called dispatchers to get more information. They, of course, understandably too busy to speak with us at this moment. WKYT's Mark Barber is heading that direction. Hopefully he can get us some information by the next half hour. That building, which has housed all sorts of businesses through the years, including WHBN Radio for many years, had its studio there in Harrodsburg. Details as we can get them.
Yeah, we'll continue to watch this situation, and we have more information about one of 3 people arrested for a shooting at a Domino's Pizza. Danville police charged 19-year-old Rico Penix, 26-year-old Robin Adams, and 21-year-old Patrick Brand with robbery and assault. We've since learned Brand was once a star player for Danville's high school football team. In 2010, he broke the school record for rushing yards in a game. Danville police say the victim, Zoe Reed, was shot as she worked at that pizza shop last month. The arrest come as a relief to her family.
They were appreciative of our efforts and very appreciative that we have been able to get to this point and make arrests today.
Reed continues to recover from serious injuries at the UK hospital. Danville police say they could make more arrests in this case. Well, leaders with Fayette County school system coming up with a plan of action after statewide test results were released.
Of the 51 Fayette County public schools, 13 were classified as distinguished and 9 got proficient ratings. 29 schools were deemed as schools that do need improvements. Superintendent Dr. Tom Shelton says 2/3 of the schools in the district did score higher than last year. But Williams Wells Brown Elementary had the lowest elementary scores in the state. As part of a plan for improvement, the United Way is working with the school system to get 400 volunteer tutors for the school. That way each student would have their own tutor.
We've invested about $15 million in the community, and yet we're seeing that some schools are not producing as well as we want them to. And so what we also need to do is bring in what we call human assets, people, to help. And so we've been having conversations with pastors throughout our region. We've had conversations with business leaders and, quite frankly, with college students who have interest in volunteering and helping in schools.
Anyone interested in volunteering can call 211. United Way will have operators standing by to talk with you, and the United Way is also making training available for anyone who is interested in helping.
Well, Lexington police had to get involved when a fight broke out at a Lexington high school football game. Police tell us they helped out school officials when a large disorder broke out at the Lafayette Bryan Station game last night. That happened just before 11 on the football field. Police tell us it was a fight between multiple parties.
2 teenagers were arrested this morning in Lexington after police say they tried to steal car keys. Lexington police say they arrested 2 14-year-olds after they were caught at Enterprise Rentals off New Circle Road with some car keys. Police say they got there and found that the security guard at the nearby Ron Hatfield Chevrolet was yelling. One of the kids trying to hide at the car dealership. Police arrested him. They looked for the other teen and quickly found him. Police say one of the teens also had a stolen gun, and they've charged both with burglary and one with possession of a stolen firearm.
A Lexington man was robbed by a group of men and had his wallet stolen from him. That happened just before 11 last night in the area of Winburn and Gerald Drive. Lexington police tell us the man was meeting up with a woman he knows when 4 men came up to them. He says at one point he pointed a gun at him, then demanded money. The group made off with his wallet. Police say the group of men and the woman were all involved. Police are still looking for all 5. Well, after a proposition to add more beds at UK Hospital, the university has put a price tag on that possible expansion. According to our news partners at the Herald Leader, the university says it would cost $99 million to add 120 beds. That is the cost of capital expenditures related to the expansion project. However, it still needs to be approved by the state, and that takes months and will determine if Kentucky needs more hospital beds in the area. The addition would mean a 14.5% increase in beds. Final ruling should come in February of next year.
Investigators are calling it a freak accident after a Scott County mother accidentally backed into her child with her car. Deputies say the mom didn't see her 2-year-old in time. This happened outside a home on Bond Pike near Stamping Ground in Scott County. Deputies tell us thankfully the little girl is doing okay at the hospital now. Deputies say you need to make sure of your surroundings when backing out of your driveway.
New this morning, an update now on the confirmed Ebola case out of Texas. A specialized cleaning crew was turned away from cleaning the Ebola patient's apartment. The cleaning guys, that's the name of the company that specializes in hazmat and biohazard cleaning services. An employee, however, says they don't have the proper Department of Transportation permits to move hazardous waste on Texas highways. It is unclear when someone will be allowed in to clean the apartment. Well, Georgetown College has scheduled a memorial service for a recent graduate killed in South America. The service for Erica Hagan will be held Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock in the John L. Hill Chapel. Last month, police found Hagan dead in her apartment in Chile. They later arrested a security guard at the school where Hagan taught. Hagan was originally from Marshall County and graduated from Georgetown College in May. Well, it's supposed to be the happiest place on earth, but for some Ferris wheel riders at Disneyland, it was anything but. They were safely evacuated from this ride. It was on a Mickey's Fun Wheel. Turned out to not be so fun at Disneyland in Anaheim, California. A dispatcher from the Anaheim Fire Department said the employees had everything under control, and the employees there say safety is their highest priority and that the ride had some technical difficulties.
A business with Central Kentucky ties will be in the spotlight during President Obama's visit to neighboring Indiana today. The president will talk about the economy while at the Millennium Steel plant in Princeton, Indiana. The company processes steel to be used as car parts. Millennium Steel has roots in Nicholasville. CEO Henry Jackson served in the Vietnam War, then later got his MBA and started his own business. Some of Jackson's business colleagues from Lexington will be traveling up to Indiana for the president's visit. Former presidential candidate Mitt Romney came to Lexington to endorse Senator Mitch McConnell for re-election. Romney joined McConnell to formally give his support at Donnemeyer Horse Farm. He also helped raise money for McConnell. Romney says he has no plans of running again for president. He just wanted to focus on Senator McConnell's race. Allison Lundergan Grimes was also in Lexington yesterday. She went to the Nuns for the Bus rally. She says that she would support a minimum wage increase if she's elected to the Senate. She talked to us about Senator McConnell's efforts to connect her to President Obama, who is not popular in Kentucky. One of the most popular events that goes on in Kentucky is about to happen.
We've been waiting since last spring, right? We are now just hours away from the kickoff of the fall meet at Keeneland. And WKYT's Whitney Wetzel is live at the track with more on what's new this year. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Well, opening day of this year's fall meet is today, and it's certainly a windy start out here. But if you look, horses and their trainers are just now starting to get out here on the track, starting to loosen up, of course, for the day ahead. Now, this year, you're going to notice a couple of changes. You'll see a new dirt track here, which has replaced a synthetic poly track that's been used since 2006. Also, for the first time in history, Keeneland will offer its first $1 million race, the Shadwell Turf Mile, and that's actually happening tomorrow as part of Fall Stars Weekend. Every Saturday this month, activities here will start at 7 in the morning. Of course, there's also tailgating on the hill, and betologists will also be around to help. Now, here are some quick facts that you're going to need to know for this year. Gates will open at 11 o'clock this morning, each morning rather, but post time is at 1:05. There's no racing on Mondays and Tuesdays. Admission is $5. Children 12 and under are free. Now, this year's fall meet runs through October 25th. One concern on this opening day today is the chance of rain, but as Micah mentioned earlier, the heaviest rain is expected this morning with spotty showers this afternoon. Racing is rarely canceled because of rain, but sometimes races are delayed to let bad weather pass through. Now, we have all of this information that you'll need to know about this year's fall meet on our website, WKYT.com. We're live at Keeneland. Whitney Watzel, WKYT.